Hey everybody, this is Ryan Gibbons with eXp Realty in Northern New Jersey, and I'm going to do a brief video today on how to connect your KVCore leads through Zapier. So it's going to depend on where you're going to be bringing your leads from, but I'm going to show you a quick way to do this through a Google Sheet. So there are plenty of different ways of bringing in your leads. They can come from Facebook ads. They can come from emails. They can come from Zillow. Any source that you have, you can pull these in. So if you have any questions about how to use this with other services, I would be happy to discuss that with you. So the first thing you need, obviously, is a Zapier account. And you will also need an invitation from KVCore to allow you to connect to their system. So I have that invitation and I've been using it. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a Zap. So we're going to click up here and then we need to decide where the information is going to come from first. So there are hundreds of apps that you can connect with. So I'm going to use Google Sheets. And the first thing that you need to do here is define what will trigger the Zap. So for me, I'm going to do a new spreadsheet row and save and continue. And if you have not done this before, you're going to need to connect that data source. So I needed to connect my Google Sheets, which I have done here. So if I didn't, I would use the connect an account, connect that, and then save and continue. Now you're going to need to tell Zapier where to pull this information from. So you can use the drop-down button right here, and then it's going to bring up the Google Sheets that you have already set up in your system. So I'm going to use this FSBO mailing list that I am currently using for other things. And then you need to tell it which sheet to use. So if you have multiple sheets, you're going to need to decide which one you're going to use to pull the data. So I'm going to use sheet 1. And then continue. So now it's just going to make sure that there's information there to pull. If you are using Google Sheets, make sure you have header rows. So name, address, phone number, email address, whatever it is you're going to pull, you need to have that with headers in here. So I'm going to continue. And now we need to give it an action step. So that is where this information is going to be sent to. So in our case, we want to use KVCore. And you see it is by invite. So if you don't see it there, it means that you have not been invited. And you're going to need to talk to tech support to get that invitation. So the only option we have here is create a contact. So we're going to keep that checked, save and continue. Again, if you're new, you're going to have to connect this to your KVCore using your email address and your login. So I've already done that. So we're going to save and continue. Now we need to tell KVCore what information we want to pull from that Google Sheet. So we use this drop down right here, and they're asking for first name. So we're going to click first name. Lead type. This is a FSBO list, so I'm going to hit seller. You pick whatever's appropriate for you. Last name. Email address. I actually don't have emails in this particular list, so I'm just going to use the phone number, cell number, and then you can put in other things in here where this came from. So this was a FSBO list, so I can put in FSBO. It can be Zillow. Again, with your source, you can put in Zillow or Google Sheets or wherever it is that you want to be putting this information in here. And then you can fill in these. You can see that they're optional. So whatever is appropriate for what you are pulling in from your data source. What's nice here is you can actually have it run automation. So if you have a campaign that you want to automatically send them to, you can put that in there. So you can decide that you're going to run an automation and you're going to send a particular campaign. So I do have their address. So I'm going to put that, enter, and then put in the city, comma, oops, I'm sorry. That is not right. That is just the primary street, the city, state or province, and the zip code. So again, you're putting in any of the information that you want to put in. You can put a note, you can sign it to an agent if you have a team account, and you can also put tags in here. So if you're using tags to start campaigns or just to segment these people, you can do that here as well. So I can just type in here ISBO if that is what I want to put in. So this is all the information I want. So we're going to continue. And then it's going to send this test person. So this is the last person in my Google Sheet. So it's going to send a test to KVCore. So we're going to send a test. And this is just confirming that the two systems are working properly. So it was sent. Seems to be everything is okay. We're going to hit finish. And apparently I have an error. So let's just skip that test and hit finish. So now we're going to name this. I'm just going to call it test. Call it something that's appropriate for what the Zap is. And then we're just going to turn that on. So this is now working. So if I were to go into that particular Google Sheet and add a row, it would then take that information and put it into KVCore. So that's how it works. It'd be very simple. Once you do that, you can go into your smart CRM in a minute or two, and you will see that person in there. So I hope this was valuable information. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and I will get back to you as best that I can. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.